Hi and welcome back to another Bestestimes Reborn YouTube video. I'm your host Brad. We're going to have a look around Goondi, show what we can. This is part 3 because it rained the other time. I had to change the other camera, which is not as good a picture quality, not as good audio. It's 7:52 AM, Sunday the 29th of October 2023. So we're just going to have a look around, show a little bit more detail. It has been raining already today, so we've got to get in and just get this done while I can. When I finished part 1, it was just up here, so we'll see what we can get in the time. Got everything ready to put it away in a hurry if I have to, and switch cameras to the waterproof one. So there's the site of the old Goondi mill, which still gets used for shunting and different things, and for putting cane bins and that onto the rails and shipping them out, sending them out. So it's good to preserve all this for history. You never know if we get another Cyclone Larry or Yassi style. Hopefully we never do, but if you do, at least I'll have video representation of what different areas of town were like, what shops were around, what buildings. A lot of different representation for video and photos of what it was like, which I'm glad that I'm getting. I'm trying to get as much detail and as much quality as I possibly can, so that us and the next generations to come will be able to see, oh, that's what Innisfail was like at this time. Oh, okay, that building was there. Or we can look back and go, oh, I remember that shop. Oh, I'd forgotten that shop even existed. Oh, that's where that was. You know, we can have all that. I know my generation's very nostalgic to the past, the 80s and 90s, when we were kids and then teenagers. And in the early 2000s were very nostalgic with it. And then my mother's generation, which are now in their 70s and 80s, are the same in some ways. They like to talk about the things from the past, the places that they remember and have good memories of, like the Bluebird Cafe and all that sort of stuff too. The original Empire Cafe, dances at the Shire Hall, and the original Goondi School down there, just down the road here, which is getting worse and worse every time I come out here each year. It'd be nice if it was preserved, and a lot of people will come out here when the Goondi anniversary is on next week, Saturday. Yeah, there's a lot of people will come out this way to have a look, especially people that don't live here anymore will come out here hoping to see the school and everything, and be quite saddened by it. I think a lot of people are saddened by it. If it wasn't for Cyclone Larry and Yassi, it'd be fine, because the education department had it for years as a resource centre, and it was looked after then. When they had that particular school anniversary, it was still in use, as far as I know. When they had the I think it was 100th anniversary of that. So over the back there's Johnston River, behind all this, where the big tree line is, behind that. This is the North Johnson. So this is where the mill used to be. You can see the lights still around from the mill. Some of the domesticated sort of palm trees and that they put in back in the day, and the trees that would have been there back then. Just imagine how many people, including some people watching this, used to work here, and you know, made their living out here, learned a lot of stuff, had a lot of experiences, good and bad, all the different things. Hey, there's less bins here. Usually along here it's full of these sort of cane bins, the old school ones. Yeah, they're usually all the way along. It might have been like that the other day, I don't know. I think it's going to rain again, so we need to get this done so I can keep using the better audio. But I might have to stop and put it away, frustratingly. But yeah, it's exactly where I got to last time when it started raining. During part 1, between part 1 and part 2 last time. But we'll get as much as we can done and then put it away and get the other camera out. You'll notice a difference in audio straight away. This has been mowed again since I was last here last week or the week before, whenever it was. There's not much left of the old mill, showing that it was ever there. A couple of buildings over there. There's only one building, main building left over there now. But there used to be 3 in the time that I've seen. Yeah. But anyway. And then there's an old toilet block there. You can see down there. There's a Sepoy Road. Over there. So there's a cane train up there. Oh, we might be able to watch it come through. Yeah. I don't think they still use this because it's this part here, due to the fact that it was very overgrown. It's going pretty slow. I could get on the other side and see it better. Might be the better option before it gets up here. See it down there. It's way down, like it's going pretty slow, so I can get across safely. We've got to watch out for cane trains up here at this time of the year. I don't know if it's stopped down there or not. Oh, we'll continue on our walk, and if it gets closer we'll come back to it. Yeah, you can see where there was a bit of a track here. Yeah, you can sort of see it through there. Bit of a track there. Interesting. It's interesting when the old stuff starts showing through after years and years. Oh, it's getting closer. Yeah, it's definitely closer. Oh, well, we'll record it going around that bend there. It's nice to show. The sun's trying to come out, so should be able to continue once it's gone. It's now 8 AM local time. Yeah, this tree here is beautiful and it's fully in bloom. It's getting there now, it's starting to. And when it's nice and sunny and the leaves and that are coming off a little bit, you see them falling down. Just got to keep an eye out for vehicles. There's your cane train coming through. Wonder where it's coming from, probably because Bavinda Mill's closed down, Marillion Mill's closed down, Goondi's closed down. Goondi was one of the first. It was the first that I know of. And so this one would be South Johnson. There's only one around now. So let's have a look as it goes past. Give them a wave if they seem friendly. Some people wave, some people don't. Looked at me weird. Sights and sounds. Yeah, it's not honking the horn or anything. Maybe if there's, by the whistle or whatever, if there's cars around. Looks like stopping over the road here. It's backing back. It's going backwards anyway. This cane bin is 1316. It's main one. wait here for a bit now the sun's come out so we can show it a bit better. Not going to go too close to it, of course. This camera's only got 2 times zoom and it's digital, so you lose quality if you zoom in too much. It's better to zoom in editing, if anything. We'll have a quick look at these. Across here. More here. And when I first saw this mill, there was most of it was still there because it was closed in the 80s. And I saw it in the very early 90s. Oh, there it goes again. Moved a little bit. It's good to see the part of it's still in use out here though. There was someone that was going to build an animal type thing out here, wildlife thing. And then COVID hit and that was it. Never heard of it again. And you can see the old road here. Through here. And driveway. Anyway, just keep watching this. Lighting wise, we probably would have been better on the other side actually. Didn't take into consideration where the sun is. But let's have a listen to it. There's sugar cane. There's a person outside there. Keeping an eye on it. We'll be changing onto different rails and that. Some cane changes here are a lot longer. Yeah, the closest mill to here is South Johnson. Then the next one south is Tully. And then north, I think would be Gordonvale, because it used to be a vendor, and that closed down, sadly. Put a lot of people out of jobs. And they knocked that down pretty fast, really, compared to the others. Last time I went out to Marillion, there was still remnants of that mill still there. Not much of it, but there was some. It was up for sale. You can see the old toilet block there. Very dilapidated. And the old sciencey type block, because when I first saw that in the very early 90s, there was like Bunsen burner gas line things in there. And there was 3 of those sort of buildings. Trust me, we can't go over to it. Safety and due to laws and things, can't explore it. I know a lot of people like to explore stuff like that, and I do too, but you can't. Trespassing. It's still had power once when I come along here. You could see there was a light, something in there that had a light on it. You could see it from the road here. But not now. And there was a tractor there once. Oh, we're back and back. There we go. We're on this line now. You can see the cement where there would have been another building here. If anyone has any photos of Goondi Mill, or Goondi itself, even with the old school, the shop and everything that people talk about out here, feel free to put them on old new Innisfail photos on Facebook, definitely. That would be much appreciated. There's a few stereotypical photos that get around, Goondi Mill photos, people standing outside a part that shows how many days since there was any injuries at the mill, that sort of thing. Those ones you always see, but any just general public has taken, even back when it was closed down, but you could still see it. Would be amazing to see. And now it's going forward again, I think. Anyway, we've got to show that in its entirety. Zoom back out. Oh, the loco is detached from the cane bins. And the sun's coming right out, so we can continue on. Excellent. Towards Goondi Bend and Puma, all that, that's all. Still, it's all sunny. There's a kookaburra on this gate up here. It'll probably go as soon as I get close to it, so we won't be able to see it, but you might be able to see it. Beautiful background over there from their veranda, looking over towards the banana paddocks, and that would look really nice, make a really nice photo. But there's a kookaburra right there on the corner of Knox Avenue and this road. I guess this is still Goondi Mill Road. We're going to go down Knox Avenue. There's your kookaburra. I don't know how well it shows up. It's in the tree now. Over here. Now this had private property keep out on it from when there was a correctional thing out here, correctional camp. I think it was a juvenile correctional camp. But there's a road down there to houses. There used to be a lot more houses out here. Well, we're going to show basically straight ahead, and whatever shows to the left and right, as we always do, for people's privacy. Then we'll show that this road needs really doing up big time, as you can see on there. Like all the roads out here need to be not just resurfaced, actually not torn up and put whole new roads in, proper infrastructure. The dog. Yeah, Knox Avenue. I've known a few people who have lived down here. One to the right of here. Two lots lived in the same place here, different times. We'll show back where we just came from in a sec. Okay, show back where we just came from now. It's back to those buildings down there. That building and the cane train. Going straight ahead. Like we always do, whatever shows to the left and the right is what you get to see. And that's it. So go down to Kavanagh Road. I think the one at the end is Kavanagh Road. Yeah, a lot of the houses are gone. They moved them, and some of them have been done up. Yeah. Knox Avenue. There used to be a really old Knox Avenue sign that would have been there for probably 100 years or more at the other end of the street where we just came from years ago. But that would have got cyclone larried, I would say. Hopefully no dogs come out. They have walked along here before and dogs have come out. Yeah, see, back in the day there was houses here. Yeah, if anyone has any old photos, videos, ever feel free to put them on old and new Innisfail photos on Facebook. Be much appreciated. I know a lot of people would appreciate it. Even photos of houses that were out here, and that would be amazing. Yeah, I'd love to see the shop that my mum and my grandmother and that have talked about back in the day. They used to go to. You could drop off the shopping list and get stuff, and I think it was a post office and all that as well. one of those or you know, it's had a lot of stuff. And that one-stop place. Yeah. Photos of the old school. If you had any photos of the inside as well, would be great. All the different places inside the mill. Oh, it'd be phenomenal to see. I'm sure people have got photos of stuff like that. They just don't put them up. I know a lot of people would love it. Or they put photos on gossip groups and they don't get archived, they don't get put into albums and all that. So they're not really preserved. They just go down the list of stuff on the timeline and then they're gone. So I wonder what sort of fruit this is. That's what I was wondering in the part 2 video last time. You could see it from Sepoy Road and I tried to show down to it. Yeah, I wonder what's, or if it is actual fruit. Still looks like some sort of cactus. It's probably not. I wouldn't have a clue. There's some rail here. Cane train rail. Yeah, I'd love to know what kind this is. If anyone knows, let me know in the comment section. Yeah. It's got all the watering apparatus and things, sprinklers and that. Yeah, looks like a pretty well presented, well preserved, well looked after thing. Nice fence. Yeah, good quality fence. Looks good. But anyway, we'll keep going along here. This is probably still a cabernet, which becomes a dirt road when you get across the road. When you get across Sepoy Road. So what we might do is go down Clifford Road again. That way. Because last time we were using the other camera and the quality's not as good. So we might do that again. You can see down to the Goondi Social Club, or the old Goondi Social Club. That Lionel Hanaway had us to church for a while. And the house where my mum used to live at, was right there. In that, on that same yard, same location as where that is, where the Goondi Social Club used to be. Yep, that's where she lived for a while there. I need that cane train on this thing. One of the loco will come past, or it will turn around and come past. It's good to see it from another thing. Yeah, it is Cabernet Road. So, on this side as well, not just the other side. So we might walk down Cabernet Road, because we did Clifford Road the other day and I've done it a few other times. So we might just go straight down the dirt road and show that. Someone on a cycle. Push bike. Oh. Comes the cane train. Oh, I see. Pavement she's going. There's your Cabernet Road sign. Sepoy Road there. And there's back where we just came from, that lady. And there's the cane train down there. Excellent. So we'll keep going down Cavanagh Road. This is a lot better quality road than it used to be. Oh, it used to be horrible along here. You wouldn't want to walk it. But now it gets graded regularly. I stay down the middle of it, just in case a snake or a wild pig or something comes out of nowhere. You got more chance to get on the other side. There's bananas for people who have never seen banana plants in the wild. Here you go. So have those bags on there to protect the fruit. So to my right, sugar cane. To my left is these bananas.
4 kilometers completed. Duration 55 minutes 10 seconds. 5,850 steps. Heart rate 121 beats per minute.
There's the sugar cane on this side. Oh, we're back where we just came from. Yeah, we sugar cane here. And here's me. Hope you're enjoying the video. Okay. Back to slow follow. There we go. Zoom back out. And there we go. So we'll continue along Cavanagh till we get to Goondi Mill Road, which used to be just Goondi Road. Let's see how we go. Give you a little bit more look at the sugar cane across there. That's fully mature sugar cane, the tall one. Another one I'd say was cut in the last few weeks, the lower one. And to the left is the bananas, or bananas. You can see some bananas on some of these. They don't have the bag there. Yeah. A lot of bananas and cane in far north Queensland, especially in this area in the Castlereagh Coast region. You do get pawpaws and stuff too, but the main industry here is the bananas and sugar cane. Not as much as there used to be, but there still is a lot of things. Sugar cane's gone and they've put housing estates and stuff, like over in Innisfail Estate. They've done it with some of it. Back where we just came from. It's good to show what it's like along here. It's getting quite warm now. Now the sun's right out. Blue sky. A little bit of darkness over that direction. To my left. Yeah, be careful if you walk along here. You got to keep an eye out, because when they grade this down, you end up with stuff like this, which could be quite dangerous. If you're walking or riding a push bike and not taking any notice, that could be very dangerous. Oh, Cavanagh Road. Take a quick photo, not of that so much, just the road and the cane on one side and the bananas on the other. Makes for a nice photo. You never know what industries are going to be here in 20, 30, 40, 50 years time. There might even be a proper road put in here, hopefully. I see a fully sealed road. That would be amazing if they did that. It would be great. Not likely, because it might get ruined by trucks and things that go down here and tractors, but I think Goondi Mill Road needs to be done all the way through to where we first saw that cane train go across the road. That road there certainly needs upgrading. They grade it every now and then, even though it's an old sealed road. Okay. The wagtail. Need a quick over photo. Let's see. So out of Goondi. Most people like to dump their rubbish out here, sadly. Please don't do that sort of stuff. Take them to the dump. Might actually send this to the Snap Send app. It's a good way to report that stuff. Let me see, Snap Send Solve, take a photo of it, send it to them. Take a second photo so it shows where it is. Go down, where is it? Rubbish, 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 rubbish. Dumped rubbish. And that's that. It's always good to report that. It's a Snap Sensile app. You can get it on Android and iOS. You can report abandoned trolleys and potholes, broken Telstra pits, graffiti, dumped rubbish like I said, and a lot of other things. Abandoned trolleys, that's another one. Yep. So definitely check it out. Yeah, Snap, Send, Solve. Just make sure you got your GPS on when you do it, so it gets the location from the photo, the geotagging, and put a little bit of information on where it is when you do it in the section where it allows that. I always do as you clean away. You get an email confirmation saying that they received it. As you trans north through there, you can see a couple of buses and that big high antenna. Glad the sun come out. Here's some of the little birds. Yeah, there's plenty of videos I've done down Clifford Road in the past, so feel free to have a look. You can see how they did a proper road here for a bit of it and then just let it go to dirt. It'd be nice if they did a whole road all the way down properly. You clean away. The Lindsay Transport. And what's the other one? Can't think of the name. I thought it was mainly Lindsay Transport, but I've seen other names on trucks there in the past. There's your bananas. And some fairly recently cut cane down there. Back down towards the school where we walked in part one. And in part one you can see all this in detail. But we'll go up and show in a bit of detail. We were using this camera last time, but we'll show this telecom sign. Should still say telecom, this one. Looks old enough. Looks like it's been burnt. Underground telephone cables. Get a quick photo of it too. It's all history. Pause to read. It's the dial before you dig signage. There you go. I like seeing old signage like that. Hopefully it's still there in 20 years time and no one takes it. I think cyclones would get rid of that because it's just dangling there. Lindsay Transport. For those who know, the open back of these reminds me of an episode of Only Fools and Horses called To Hull and Back, where Dal, aka David Jason, gets locked in one of these and Denzel drives off in a truck like this, in a lorry as they call it, and ends up getting stuck in there and it smells of old fish and all this stuff, and Denzel drives off. He ends up in Hull. And they get him out of there. And his brother gets him out of there. And Nicholas Lyndhurst, I have you say his last name. He's in the new Frasier. Yeah, the British actor. The character on the new Frasier is Alan. and he was on Goodnight Sweetheart, that wartime drama where he goes back in time down Duckett's Passage, for those who've seen it. Not a bad show. I think it's on BritBox. It's either on BritBox or Amazon Prime. Well, it was, I don't know if it still is. Yeah, Goodnight Sweetheart. Remember watching that on ABC back when it first came on. And yeah, of course he was on Nutrix as well, with Dennis Waterman and that. Rest in peace, Dennis Waterman. Dennis Waterman, of course, was on Minder. With George Cole. Always saying indoors. He was on Chandler's ads back in the day. He was on a few different ads in Australia back in the day, as well as on Minder. Dennis Waterman sung the song to Minder. You can get down a rabbit hole of all the trivia where there's different people, what shows they were on, and another person, and you think of the shows they were on, and all that. Yeah, it's good to see some of these people though on shows years later. Minder and Only Fools and Horses, absolute classics. Arthur Daly, Ray Daly, and so on. You have any memories of those shows? Let me know in the comment section if you like those sort of shows. Like George and Mildred and the Man About the House, where George and Mildred had that share house. Robin Tripp and all that, and the two lasses. The dark-haired lass was on Still Open All Out. She was on a couple of episodes of that. Yeah, Still Open All Out. She was Granville's mum. Turned up as Granville's mum. Forget her real name. Of course, David Jason was on that as Granville. Arkwright's nephew, Uncle Arkwright. His mum was supposed to have been Arkwright's sister. Classic. And you had George Roper, George and Mildred, and Man About the House. He was on Last of Summer Wine as Alvin. Brian Murphy. He was Alvin. I liked him as Alvin. Yeah, quite liked him as Alvin. I see they have Segway there now at the Watershed. The all-terrain sort of vehicles. Yeah, Segway. But yeah, Brian Murphy, the classic on Last of the Summer Wine. Like Nora Batty, like Compo did. Yeah, classic British comedies. Homeless, mostly. Just absolute classics. And Green Grass, that was another one, but that's a spin-off of Only Fools and Horses, where they spin off Farmer Boyce, or Boise, Aubrey Boyce. You find out his name's Aubrey properly on Green Grass, his first name. Sadly, he passed away. I think it was last year or the year before. He passed away from cancer, sadly. Comes to Plovers. It's one of the spots where they always go crazy. a lot of classics. Like Keeping Up Appearances with Patricia Rutledge and Clive Swift. Onslow was a classic. Oh, nice. But it's your birthday. You like Richard? Got any smoky bacon crisps? It's classic. The Bouquet residence, the lady of the house speaking. Sheridan! Yes. For those who have no idea, then yeah. If you got BritBox, check out Keeping Up Appearances. Absolute classic. She'll sing at me. Yep. The Bucket Woman. Not the Bucket Woman. Yep. Another classic. Mr. Bean, another classic. Rowan Atkinson. Never liked all the Blackadder and all that. No. Never liked any of that. Never into the rude comedies. Rude British stuff. Oh, I could go through hundreds of shows. Even Fat Tulip. I don't know if anyone watched that in the 80s. Or early 90s. When I saw it, I think. And late 80s. Yeah, Fat Tulip. With the guy off Time Team. Can't think of his name. Somebody Robinson. Yeah. Was on that. Yeah, he was a classic. Fat Tulip. It was him telling stories about Thin Tim and Fat Tulip and all that. You can see it on YouTube. If you YouTube Fat Tulip, you'll see what I'm talking about. There's Innisfail Crown Industrial Estate signage. I think they would have cleaned that up for people coming past for the Goondi event, but anyway, they didn't. Clifford Road down there too. So we'll continue up to the Puma and then stop. But yeah, so it's all the fun of it all. Those classic British TV shows, even Banana Man. Eric is Banana Man. Also, David Jason did the voices, majority of the voices on the original Danger Mouse. Yep, that's on Amazon Prime Video. Yeah, the original Danger Mouse. Penfold and all that. Yep, he did the voice. And then the narration on that. Yeah, the other British show, Roger Ramsat. You get me into Canadian shows as another rabbit hole with all the Degrassi Next Generation, Degrassi Junior High, Degrassi High, Kids of Degrassi Street, Degrassi Next Generation, and that's not all in order. If you go in order, you've got Kids of Degrassi Street, Degrassi Junior High, Degrassi Schools Out movie, which I didn't like at all, did not like. Then you got Degrassi Next Generation, and one they called just Degrassi, then Degrassi Next Class, then it stopped. And that was it. The majority of that's on Amazon Prime. Degrassi Next Class is on Netflix. So if you want to have a look at that, and you get into the people off that. Oh, the guy who played Jimmy Brooks, Aubrey Graham, is Drake. The hip hop artist, rap artist, Drake. He's on that. It was Jimmy Brooks. The guy who ended up in a wheelchair on the show. So yeah, you get down that rabbit hole of all those shows. Press Gang, that was a British one. It's another classic. But you get into the Canadian stuff like Corner Gas. It's another classic. Very nowadays. Well, not nowadays, like it was made about 10 years ago or something. They made an animated version that never got shown here. Not yet. Not on Amazon Prime. This is Acacia Street. I forgot about this and we'll just show down here. But yeah, you got Corner Gas on Amazon Prime. That's a classic. Both a service station, a police station, and a diner in a small town in Saskatchewan. Absolute classic. It looks like they're doing pipes and stuff. Yeah, waterworks. Yeah, notice the waterworks. There we go. Notice the waterworks. That's why I've got to come down here and show it. It's a highway. You notice the waterworks. Temporary impacts to traffic, access to curbside parking, construction noise, disruption to driveway access, loss of water supply. There we go. And we've got new street names on it for photos. I haven't walked down here in a long time. Well, all these places I haven't seen in like 20 years. I knew a couple of different people who lived down here. Yeah. Two places to my right. Sorry, my nose keeps running, but that's just the way the body works. So they don't work all the way along here, it looks like. So, yeah, if you're into like Canadian humour, definitely check out Corner Gas. You got your cartoons like Being Ian, Carl Squared, classics. Oh, there's just so many. Go for hours. Nice little garden there. To my right. But yeah, it's there's a granny flat behind. Nice. Nearly at Hickory Street. Yeah, you just better walk through here to go to the next street. I don't know if you still can, otherwise we will. There's your Hickory Street, this is Acacia Street. Yeah. No, they're doing stuff down here too, so I might just quickly go down here. Or Quigley, as a friend of mine says, Quigley. He gets the joke. But yeah, so. And if you want to check out some more walk tubers, there's links in the description. There's one's over in Canada, one's down in Geelong and does Geelong and Melbourne, Estelle, city walks. You got all that. You got Johnny Strides in Toronto, Canada. He does travel too, so he doesn't just do Toronto. And then you've got the Can Continuum. He's good. He's one of my favourites. Picture quality wise, not so good, but personality is good. He's really good. There you go. Bit of machinery here for this whole thing. An excavator up here. Ah, yeah, they're really going for it. Been a lot of things about waterworks happening, like fixing up stuff around town. Yeah, sorry about my allergies playing up. Only so much I can do. But this has turned into sort of an update in this area too. Yeah, we won't go all the way down, but get an idea of what's happening here. It's all waterworks. Going by the sign, which you can tell anyway. But yeah, so definitely check them out and let them know that Brad from Bestestimes Reborn recommended them. I'm one of the names that is often said on their videos because I comment in their live streams a lot, so they know the name. And you got Vivian Johnson, the way someone who says hello on there. She's one of the moderators on both those channels, Johnny Strides and Can Continuum. So yeah. We're coming back up onto Acacia Street. This one we're actually on now is Hickory Street. H-I-C-K-O-R-Y. And Acacia is A-C-A-C-I-A. Yeah. So I wonder if you can still walk through the street where they have the real nice Christmas lights. Does that go all the way down there now, or does it stop and start again? See, I don't know what street's down there. The other end of all this. Looking at the area, it'd be one of the streets to go to. One of the streets that go down to Marina Nursing Home that comes off that. I'm not too sure though. Yeah, I don't think you can get across here anymore like you used to get down there, as I would. Go across and show that street, but you can see here where they're doing a lot of work and that, which is great. Good that things are being done. There's a couple of trenches. Yeah, I don't really want to walk into my yard to get down there. I think that's the right thing to do. It's nice to do with the bridge across there. For people to do it. Anyway, show up here where they're doing work. Got the rain's trying to come again. Yeah, I thought about showing this here last time I come along, but I knew I had heaps of walking to go. But today it's not so bad, so I thought I'd get in and do it. Hopefully they fix the road up afterwards. It's like machinery and that have demolished some of the road with it. Yeah, we might find something else to look at along this way. This is not far away from the Puma Servo. You can see the sign through there. Well, I can. Doesn't mean it's going to show up in video. Yeah, you can see they're doing stuff over here too. Just past the guttering. Nearly back up at the sign. We were showing before about it. 6 kilometres.
Duration 1 hour 22 minutes 9 seconds. 8,660 steps. Heart rate 130 beats per minute.
Oh. Nose running. Always fun. Nearly back on the highway. Anyway, links in the description for those walk tubers that I mentioned. Yeah, they're down the bottom of the description. If you want to donate to the channel, feel free. There's a PayPal link in the description, which will help me out to get better equipment, to do better videos, and all that. Be able to preserve history in Innisfail, what it's like now, what it's like in the future, all that. And there's going to the Puma and Goondi where we went before. This is back towards town. Anyway, thanks for watching. This is Bestestimes keeping memories alive for us and future generations to see what it was like. And we'll catch you in the next one.